Hello students, let's start with where we left yesterday. The Merchant of Venice workbooks, I'm sure you have your workbooks with you, page 162. We have already completed extract number 1 and 2. We have discussed all the question and answers of those extracts. Now let us move to extract number 3 and 4 given on page 162. Now see the extract given here, I'll read it for you. The Icarish spirit governed a wolf who hanged for slaughter, for human slaughter. Now this is the speech of Britannia. I hope you remember. This is the speech where Britannia was really annoyed with Shylock as he was busy, sharpening his knife on the sole of his shoe. Now Krishnanu here he tells him that he agrees with the concept of Pythagoras that the spirits of these wild animals they can infuse into the bodies of humans. You remember that speech, right? So this is that speech, and the first question for that is, when does Krishnanu make this angry outburst? So we know it, right? When he was angry. While, okay, you can write this answer in your own words. That Krishnanu made this angry outburst when he actually saw Shylock sharpening his knife on the sole of his shoe. When everyone was worried about how to save Antonio, Duke was waiting for the lawyer, and everyone was busy. That is the time when Shylock was busy sharpening his knife, right? So this was the angry outburst that Krishani made. He was not happy the way Shylock was behaving. He was too confident. He was even sharpening his knife so that he can cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. And according to him, that was really mean and cruel. What has the other person just said or done to provoke it? Now, just before his speech, Shylock was the one who provoked him. He was the one who refused to show any mercy towards Antonio. He was the one who gave different examples of how he shouldn't be merciful. He was the one who even told the court that he feels or he has taken an oath not to forgive Antonio. Now, apart from that, Shylock, he even provoked him while he was actually, sharpening his knife on the sole of the shoe. He even told Krishanu that there's no human or there's no word that a human or there's no level of intelligence that you can use to convince me or change what I feel towards him too. So there's nothing that you can do to change my heart. So this was the answer, right? Let's move to the B part. Whose theory does Britannia say that he has begun to believe? I hope you remember Pythagoras. That's the theory that Britannia has suddenly started to believe in. Why does he sometimes believe that theory to be valid? See, sometimes Rishanu believes that the theory of Pythagoras is correct when he actually encounters men like Shiloh, right? People who are cruel, people whose souls are cruel, and these people who have very wolfish or revengeful intentions. So he says that he believes this theory to be valid because of the cruelty and because of Shylock's cruel and wolfish desires of cutting a pound of flesh from another human. So the way Shylock was speaking, the way Shylock was reacting, it was completely inhuman. Right? It was like as if there is some wolf who is trying to kill a human. Right? Explain what is meant by these given lines spoken by Krishanu. Now here you have to write what is the meaning of these given lines. So now here, according to Britannia, Shylock has a spirit. Shylock has a wolfish spirit which is filled with cruelty and bloody desires, and he feels that when Shylock was in the womb of his unholy mother, then the spirit of wolf escaped when he was being hanged and entered into the body of Shylock. And because of that reason, Shylock is so revengeful, he's so cruel, and all his desires are so revengeful. Right? So these are the lines given here. See the next question. Give the substance of Shylock's reply to Britannia's angry rebuff. Okay. Now, after this Britannia's speech, Shylock he was not even bothered. He was much worried about his penalty or the pound of flesh. He was not at all worried about Britannia shouting and yelling. He even told Britannia that you may give pain to your lungs. You may keep shouting, you may keep yelling, but there's no power in your tongue, or there's no enough weights that can actually change me or change my decision. Right? So that's what he says. You may give pain, you may harm your lungs, but you can never change my desire. You cannot change my decision. I hope you all are understanding the answers. I am really sorry that I'm not clear today, right? Maybe you are unable to understand me. My voice is not the way it should be. I am really sorry for that. So let's continue. Question number E. Who enters the room soon after? Why is the arrival of that person significant for more than one person? Now understand, whenever you see a question which has got 2 parts, 3 parts, just do one thing, take one question at a time. So the first question first part of the question says, who enters the room soon after this? Soon after this, who enters in? Portia. She was dressed as Balthazar and she enters in. She's got a letter, of course, as a reference letter that was given by Nerissa already, who was dressed as a clerk to the Duke. And she's dressed as a doctor of law, and she's kept her name as Balthazar because she's acting like a lawyer and she's here to defend Antonio's case. She's here to save Antonio. Why is the arrival of that person significant for more than one person? Why? Okay, it is important. It is very important that Portia is arrived. It is significant. Why? Because she's the one who will be saving Antonio. She's the one who will be saving Bassanio's money, Bassanio's best friend, and she's the one who would be actually saving everyone's hope, that is Antonio. Right, so her part is very important. She's well prepared. Her cousin has given her all the things that you need, all the knowledge of the case and everything. So she's well prepared. She's ready to fight the case. So we'll do one thing. We'll continue with the next extract in the next video. Thank you.